Hey guys, so with COVID-19 kind of in our lives, you already know at this point that dating is a little bit different. And one of the main ways it's different is that you don't see each other in person, at least not right away. And if you do, 6 feet apart and everything, but most, and what I would suggest for everyone, is to get on video calls, virtual dates. Now, virtual dates are still dates, so you always still want to put your best foot forward and make it work so you can build a connection, and hopefully the connection will continue all the way till this is all released and you can see each other in person. So here are a quick few tips to make sure your virtual dates go well and it doesn't get as awkward or anything like that, because it can be, it's new, right? So the first thing is, as you can see, I'm kind of in a different setting than I usually am. And that's because when you are on these virtual dates, one, you want to make sure the angle is right. You want to make sure that it's kind of eye level. She can see you. It's not down here or kind of up here or anything like that. You want to make sure it stays at an eye level and she can see you fully. All right. And also in the background, it's very helpful to have things in the background, whether it be a bookcase, a painting, that's over there is my vision board, because that way she'll see a little bit of who you are. And that is a conversation starter, because you can just ask about, what kind of is, or she can ask what's behind you, right? And also with that said, as you are talking, so usually for the first virtual date, you're just getting to know each other and just talking in this way. And what you want to do, so you make sure it's not like a business call, because most of us are having business meetings via Zoom. So you don't want to feel like it's another business call where you're just there and you're stiff and you're just talking like this, right? The whole way through. It doesn't make the date feel light and casual. You want to make it feel like that. So the best way to do that is by then, as you're talking, you can kind of walk around a little bit, and that way she can kind of see what else is around your home. And guess what? By doing that, that is also an organic way to kind of shift the conversation, and also a spontaneous way to talk about certain things you guys haven't talked about. So in this case, if I was talking to you, you may ask, wait, what is back there? Oh, that's my snowboard, right? And maybe you just found out that I snowboard, and that starts another way of conversation, or another, I guess you'd say, topic, not way, right? So you kind of want to walk around a little bit. You can go to your kitchen, grab a drink, and that way she can see, what's in your fridge, and start a conversation from there, right? So that is a couple tips on just the angles, holding the video, and walking around. Once again, you want to make this as casual as possible. You're not so formal, not like a job interview or anything like that. And last but not least, when you're doing virtual dates, usually the first date is, like I said, just kind of face-to-face, talking like this and getting to know each other, getting a feel for each other, making sure that you connect personality-wise and just with things or like who you are and your lifestyle, things like that. However, as you continue to go on virtual dates, you want to change it up. You want to have fun with it, or else doing these kind of things just gets boring. So there are so many ways you can kind of get creative with this and make it different. You just have to think and ask yourself, what's something that you want to learn right now? What's something that you've been really wanting to try or wanting to do, and if you can share that with her. So you can do a wine tasting night. You guys get the same type of wines, collaborate on that, and do a wine tasting on your own. A cooking night. Someone the other day did their own wine and paint night, where they put on a YouTube video of some painting and they did it themselves. Another person, they went on their different porches that they had and stargazed together. You can do a Netflix movie night. But remember, with movies, just like in person, if you do movies, you want to have the recap after. You don't want to just watch the movie and say, all right, that's it, we're done. You want to continue to say, so what did you think of that movie? Or what are your biggest takeaways? Because you still want to learn about the person. But once again, you can still do a lot of the things you would probably do in person. You'd just be over a different screen, but you would be sharing the same experience. You can, if you really want to treat her out, send her a meal, on Postmates, Uber Eats, whatever the delivery service is, send it to her and eat together, right? You gotta just get a little creative with it. Play, I think the app is called House Party. You can play games with each other online now. once again, as long as you get a little bit creative, there's always something that you can do. And if you'd like also, if you've been having virtual dates, let's say 4 to 5 virtual dates, you can always ask what her values and her feelings are on potentially meeting you in person, just 6 feet apart with masks on, and maybe taking a walk around the park or taking a walk around a neighborhood, just to make sure that in-person kind of chemistry is there. But once again, that's all on your own values. I've had people do different things depending on how they feel about it. Some people don't want to risk it at all, while others are willing to meet, and they're willing to kind of stay apart and just kind of walk with each other for their evening walk and talk. Up to you. Once again, everyone's different, but doesn't really hurt to ask. All right, so those are a couple of tips on virtual dating. Once again, dating is not canceled. Get out there. Don't think that, don't think that this is completely impossible to get a real relationship out of this. As long as you continue that connection, build on what you two connect on, continue to ask for those dates, connect in different ways, do different things, keep it interesting, and validate that you're excited to see her in the future, you will be fine. Remember, always, get her excited for that future date. Oh, I'll take you here once this is all released. I'm excited to try this with you once this is all done. That way, she'll have something to look forward to. But for now, you're doing something a little different and getting a little creative with it. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Go and get on those virtual dates and have a good one.